Hey everybody, Sinister Lex here. It is Crooked Copy Thursday. In this video, we're going to be talking about the difference between ideal clients and niche markets. Okay, so this is a topic I've wanted to get into a little bit. We haven't been back to it lately, like very much, but I've noticed some people are kind of confusing the overlap between ideal clients and niche markets. Get my hands on the screen. But before I go into that, I just want to say that there's going to be another video coming out today, by the way, guys. It's going to be on headlines because I'm also getting a lot of headlines that kind of suck. And I wanted to share some thoughts on that. So it's not going to be like an in-depth training video on headlines, but it is just a video with some thoughts. You might want to check that out if you're doing headline stuff, trying to write your own copy, things like that. That'll be coming out shortly. Anyway, god dang, my hair is getting long. I'm trying to grow it out, but I don't feel like I look as sinister with it freaking long like this. Ideal clients, niches, or ideal clients and niches, whichever hand you want to put that on, there's some confusion about the overlap. Many of you who have been around me a little bit know that I say you should only work with your ideal client. And I also say that you should niche down. But I do not say that you should only work with your ideal client in that niche. So that's the difference. An ideal client is someone who has the kind of traits that you want to work with. Somebody you can like, somebody you can get along with, somebody you can deliver work for, and they're not going to be up your ass every day because they like what you do. They like you, you like them. That's your ideal client. You are meant to be together in a relationship and all that stuff. Niche market is like somebody who buys, I don't know, Spider-Man underwear, okay? Because they like Spider-Man. That's a niche market. But your ideal client may not necessarily sell Spider-Man underwear, okay? So they may not be part of that niche. You have an ideal client and you have a niche market. Those are two different things. But you can work with your ideal client. If you're writing copy, you can work with your ideal client in any field or niche that you feel is something you can deliver in. Now, the one thing I like about niching down is that you can gain expertise for that niche. You can be the go-to guy for that niche. So if it's Spider-Man underwear, you can be the Spider-Man underwear copywriter if you want to. And you can get really good at writing copy for Spider-Man underwear, or for superhero underwear, or super villain underwear if you're like me. I haven't written for any super villain underwear, by the way, but I'm just throwing it out there so you guys understand that is a niche market. Whenever you're writing for one specific industry or market like that, that's niching down. But your ideal client may not be in that niche. And I don't want you guys to think that you have to turn clients away just because they're not in a niche. That's not the case. If you feel you can deliver value for those people, then it's okay. Whether they reach out to you on Upwork, they reach out to you by email, you reach out to them, it doesn't matter. Your ideal client is your ideal client. That's just a person that you see yourself working with, you know you can get along with, you know you can create value for. Now, sometimes that might mean writing for them in that niche, or maybe it's a particular industry or a set of niches. So you may not want to write outside of that. If your expertise, let's say your expertise is casual copy, so that would be part of your ideal client criteria, right? Whenever you're deciding who your ideal client is, you want to make sure that you know that they're the kind of person who needs casual copy. So they might be in any of these range of niches. As long as they need casual copy, you can help them. And also, they have to meet these other criteria, like they're fun and good looking like me. So, if they meet those things and they want casual copy, you might be able to help them, and therefore you can take that client and work with them. You do not have to turn them down. Now, if you have a niche and you have an ideal client that's in that niche, and that's perfect. That's like your golden client. That's your, oh my god, that's the holy grail or something. That's what that is. If you get your ideal client and he's in the niche that you love to write for, that's fucking awesome. But if you get an ideal client and he's not in that niche, it's okay as long as he's still an ideal client that meets your criteria. But if you get a client who's in your niche, who is not your ideal client, don't work with him. Don't do it, I'm telling you. The number one thing you gotta remember is work with your ideal client. Don't work with anyone who's not your ideal client, even if they're in your target niche. I don't give a shit. If they're in your target niche and they're not your ideal client, do not work with them. Do not pass go. If they're your ideal client and they're in your niche, awesome. If they're your ideal client and they're not in your niche, good, as long as they meet your ideal client criteria. So I just want to clear that up, guys. You can work with people outside of your target niche as long as they're your ideal client. That's going to help you deliver an awesome experience. It's going to help you make sure you get good feedback. It's going to help you in every realm of copywriting so that you always deliver an awesome experience for your customer and client. I hope that somehow cleared this up for you. If you guys have any questions, let me know down below. Have you been confused about this? I don't know. I don't even have a question to ask you today about this one. If you have any questions, comments, drop them down below. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. If you liked anything in this video, subscribe if you want to see more of my hair growing out. I love you all. Love me back. And I will, see you next time.